like all of a sudden. Once they get to their seat, they will. All right, go up to the podium. Get this shindig started.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now, please continue standing as Grace Medea sings the National Anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night as our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Just back to their seat.
Yeah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I need to start by thanking the following people that are in attendance for their efforts in helping us to get to this day. The members of the Board of Education, which include John Mielik, Tara Hintz, and Deb Bonomi. I would also like to welcome and thank Jane Griesinger, the Director of Curriculum and Instruction at Hunterdon County Polytech, and of course, our Superintendent, Mr. Jeff Bender. For those of you who don't know me, I am Senior Class President Corinne Van Weeren, and for those of you who do know me, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you to my family, teachers who put up with me in class, you know who you are, and my friends for helping me get through these past 4 years. And now on to the rest. Good morning, administration, faculty, family, guests, and the esteemed class of 2021. I'm glad to see us all here and say that we did it, despite the not so fortunate circumstances of this past year. When we first arrived at this high school, I'm not too sure we knew exactly what we were getting ourselves into, but we overcame every obstacle in our path. I mean, we definitely matured past our freshman year Spirit Fest performance. That was, what's the word? That was dreadful, absolutely dreadful. Despite our first year being full of uncertainties, a lot of great memories were made. Together, we experienced our first football game, our first encounter of how hype Mr. Mcgeehan gets for any and all school events, and a glimpse of what the next 4 years would be like. But do you guys remember when we were freshmen, how tall every single senior looked and felt compared to us? Now, with us being seniors, I swear there are a few of you who haven't even grown a single inch. I'm not trying to call anyone out, Lexi, but I'm just saying. Over the years, we've grown, some more physically than others, and we did it as a class. As we grew from freshmen to sophomores and from sophomores to juniors, our high school experiences began to change. We realized that 4 years passes a lot quicker than it seems, that thinking about our futures was not something we could put off for too much longer, and that standardized testing is absolutely dreadful. But with our SATs and ACTs behind us, we entered into our senior year. Unfortunately, thank you. Unfortunately, it was during a pandemic, which did not help with the impending senioritis. So much has changed in the last 4 years. For instance, Owen Tabor's fashion sense. The school's Wi-Fi password, which I'm quite unhappy we were never given access to, and Mr. Peterson's haircut. Oh, never mind on that one. But despite these changes, the one thing that stayed the same was that we were the best class this school has seen, and I am quoting Mr. Peterson in that one, so it is true. Our field hockey team beat North. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm about to list off all of our accomplishments. You can clap after that, too. Our field hockey team beat North for 3 of our 4 years of being here. Our marching band won 3rd place at USSBA. Emma McGill won cross-country groups, and our drama club has repeatedly given us fantastic performances. They seem to get better and better each year. There's more. We almost beat North in the milk can game, but the game was a little cloudy, probably due to the hundreds of pounds of flour we had thrown into the air, so who's to say what really happened? Our Unified program was honored with the designation as a National Unified Champion School, and just last week, our baseball team won sectional champs, and we're moving on to state championships this weekend. We are finishing up our high school career with all these accomplishments under our belt. However, something much more important than these accomplishments are the memories we made this year. Remember Spirit Fest? Oh, wait, no, that didn't happen. Oh, how about the huge crowds during the football? No, that didn't happen either. Hey, at least we got prom, senior assassin, a senior sunrise in which we missed the sunrise, great planning on our part, and the special opportunity to do school from our beds for 8 months straight. For many, our last day of school was their first day in school. And though it might have seemed absolutely terrible, switching out a comfortable bed for a hard chair, which, by the way, is the best thing to crack your back on, and it will be sorely missed, it gave us the finality we needed to finish off this year. And now, we will be moving on to hopefully bigger and better things. Kind of like Walter's mullet. Have you guys seen the volume on that thing? In all seriousness, I can say that this class will be successful. Many of us will be going on to college to experience the highs and lows of education which cannot be paid for solely by our parents' tax dollars. We might realize that the freshman 15 is not a myth, and that a girl's bathroom is, in fact, the dirtiest place on a college campus. Well, besides a frat house. As we all begin to navigate through the next phases of our lives, we have to remember what we are leaving behind, what our legacy is. No, it is not our grades nor popularity that will be remembered. It is our relationships and experiences. It is who we were and are as a class that will be remembered. They will remember our teamwork during Spirit Fest and absolutely destroying all 3 grades in tug of war. They will remember our vibrant student sections and abundance of school spirit. And most importantly, they will remember a class with so much potential for success that one day they'll look back into the yearbook and say, I cannot believe I knew them before they became famous. But before we start moving on and achieving greatness, we do have to get through this graduation. Class of 2021, it has been an awesome 4 years with you guys, and I wish you all the best. And the part you've all been waiting for, congratulations, class of 2021. See you at the reunion. Thank you.
Sneaking up on me.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you the Salutatorian for the class of 2021, Christian Palmisano.
Good morning. We are all gathered here today to celebrate the accomplishments, and they are accomplishments, of the young adults of the 2021 graduating class before you. Today, I would like to remark on struggle and strength, because you can't have one without the other. It would be dishonest to suggest that the struggles that we as a class, as families, as a district, and perhaps most importantly, as individuals, have faced these last months will be the most difficult we will ever face in our lifetimes. As difficult as these last months have been, no one can tell you truthfully that it will be the hardest you will ever struggle in your life. Immediately, this appears to be a travesty. The thought of facing an unknown future is always terrifying, and those sentiments are only amplified in the minds of the graduates here today as they are in mine. I cannot comprehend the extent of the difficulties experienced by these graduates and those close to them. I know of individuals who must face difficulties at home, are expected to put themselves through college, who have to support themselves or even their families financially, and those who have had to sacrifice enjoyable things in life in order to pursue their education and their own ultimate success. I apologize for the sorrow and heartbreak these struggles have caused you, but I must refuse, to apologize for the strength you have gained in experiencing pain. These hardships are commonplace for many high schoolers and graduating classes across the country and the world, and in the end, they make us. They are the rock that we may build our church upon. So, in your examination of the letdowns, regrets, tribulations, and trials that you have faced in the past, I would also plead with you to ponder your strength in overcoming those previously mentioned challenges. Your being here today is no accident. The teachers here have demonstrated the strength to do their job, to relinquish the gift of knowledge to a new generation so that they can further enrich the world we live in. The relatives here, whether they be siblings, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, or even second cousins, all had a part to play in securing a seat for themselves and the graduate that they have come to congratulate. Most importantly, if you are here for the purpose of getting your high school diploma today, you know exactly the resilience, the spirit, the determination, and the strength you had to display in order to earn that sacred document. Pragmatically, at the minimum, your high school diploma will be a framed piece of paper with a signature that serves as a ticket to the next act of your amazing lives. But at the maximum, under careful consideration, it can serve as the culmination of all your labor. I know how hard you have had to work in order to secure your seat here, so I hope you are able to see that diploma as that proof of achievement, ability, and vitality. I want you to think about the people who have come before you, whether here today or somewhere else, and how proud they would be of where you are today. After all this time, I know you deserve it. I've had the fortune to work alongside the vast majority of these students for at least 4 years, and many of them for 8 years or more. I know the capacity for achievement that you have within you because, in many cases, I witnessed it firsthand. If this school, this year, and this environment were the crucible, then the graduating class of 2021 will be the hardest forged steel to have ever come out of Voorhees High School. I wish you the best in all your future endeavors, but let's be honest with each other, you don't need my well wishes or any sort of good luck. You have the strength to accomplish everything you will set out to do. Thank you for all these wonderful years, and I hope you keep in touch. I know that my life and the world at large will be better for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor to present to you the valedictorian for the class of 2021, Caitlin Lowe.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. For those that don't know me, as Peterson said, I'm Caitlin Lowe. I am standing before you today despite my father's terrible internet connection. While our class had to go through a pandemic, school this year was honestly not that bad. Besides the fact that the whole country had no clue what to do and we were deeply divided, the whole school thing allowed us to get senioritis without many consequences. I mean, we attended school from bed. Participation was different than it was in years prior. If all else failed, our Chromebook conveniently had audio issues. We had the ability to stay on mute and attended class while binging Netflix, my favorite being Criminal Minds. And those take-home tests taught us a valuable lesson: teamwork! All jokes of this crazy year aside, I would like to thank our parents. They made sure we opened our Zoom by 7:59 every day. They were the ones who drove us on those 9 p.m. Walmart runs because our presentation was due the next day and we didn't have a poster board yet. This is just as much their accomplishment as ours. We are just the attractive representatives. I would like to also thank our teachers. It has not just been a hard year for us students, but it has also been hard for them. Running 2 classroom settings at once is not an easy task, and they all somehow managed it without yelling at us too much. Talking sternly. Most importantly, I believe that our class developed one of the most important traits, which is resilience. We have learned how to adapt to a new world centered around personal motivation, and we succeeded. This past year has been nothing short of chaos, but we still managed to push through, and we will thrive in our future endeavors because of it. Zoom School has given us a small glimpse into the freedoms and responsibilities of adulthood. We have had to hold ourselves accountable this year, as no one else will do it for us. We will be able to take the lessons we learned from this year's exceptional circumstances to succeed in our next stage of life. We've experienced that it is not just about school, but about relationships and capitalizing on every opportunity. And with this pandemic hopefully coming to an end, I want you all to just remember to study hard, but party harder. Thank you. I will now introduce the senior members of the choir to sing us the alma mater.
Atop a hill against the morning sunlight, we forged the tools to help us on our way. Our minds to fill with discipline and insight. Turn to our school tomorrow and today. In this our time, may Voorhees build the future and melt the bonds of ignorance away. In each new task, we raise our standards higher. Each truth unmasked, the truth to find. Each answer found, more reason to inquire. Each journey round, a spiral through the mind. In this our time, may Voorhees build a future in self-esteem and care for all mankind.
Good morning. Before I begin, I would miss an opportunity to say how wonderful you all look to be in our stands. It's so nice to see everyone out there. Welcome back. It is my privilege to introduce this year's High Honor graduates. These students have achieved a cumulative grade point average of 3.7 and higher throughout their time at Voorhees High School. Graduates, I ask that you please rise when your name is called and continue standing so that you may be recognized with your fellow classmates. Spectators, here it comes. I ask that you hold your applause until the final name has been read so that we may congratulate the group in its entirety. Good luck. Walter Ader. Elena Anderson. Bradley Anhorn. Holly Anthony. Emelina Asenzo. Dylan Baker. Daisy Birnbaum. Liam Boyle. Tony Ann Brazina. Silvana Cantelmi. Tyler Cashman. Zoe Cassavel. Katie Klukas. Livia Connell. Samantha Cox. Cameron Krogan. Fiona Curley. Elizabeth Curtin. Emily Cherf. Madison Davis. Megan DiGiovanni. Alexa Epstein. Annalise Furka. Kyle Gillard. Brian Glass. Nicole Glinos. Isabel Hepburn. Elise Hoffbeck. Grace Hogan. Owen Honeycutt. Zoe Jaffrey. Jack Jaskolski. Jason Krejcierik. Dylan Legra. Ian Love. Tessa Mataloni. Joseph Malenga. Jasmine Mall. Birdie Manahan. Audrey Maxwell. Emma McGill. Lucy Meekins. David Mail. Kevin Menzie. Thomas Menzie. Lillian Mikulski. Drew Murdala. Myra Nyung. William O'Brien. Ryan O'Connor. Anderson Olson. Ellie O'Neill. Alba Paz Sanchez. Catherine Pettigrove. Rafael Proano. Anna Roddy. Tess Rodenberger. Ava Rogers. Evan Rodriguez. Nicholas Sachs. Jacob Sawyer. Ella Sebastiano. Owen Sharkey. Matthew Slawinski. Fallon Smotty. Sophia Solwater. Caitlin Salimo. Stefan Stojanowski. Cassandra Stoddard. Layla Summerfield. Owen Tabor. Katie Taylor. Jordan Toombs. Grace Trumpy. Emma Tyers. Corinne Van Wieren. Kira Vitale. Emma Wazaleski. Emmanuel Weiss. Julia Wilhelms. Your salutatorian, Christian Palmisano. Your valedictorian, Caitlin Lowe. Y'all followed directions really well. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a large round of applause for the Voorhees High School Class of 2021 High Honor graduates.
When's our cue to sit?
You can sit now. Mr. Bender, members of the Board of Education, parents, grandparents, friends, everyone watching from home, and graduates. Before I address the class, I would like to recognize and extend my personal gratitude to three very special people: Shelley Michael, Dave Novak, and Ben Perlowski. Thank you for your passion and dedication during your years of service to our students and the community. You have shown great spirit in what it means to be a Vike and always made it a great day. Thank you again, and I wish you all the best for a very happy, healthy, and long retirement. We will miss you. I'd like to thank a bunch of people here before we get started into my speech and everything else. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank the custodians for getting the grounds ready for today. I mean, there's a lot of hard work that goes into this. So it is great to be back for a traditional graduation at Voorhees High School, because I think we do it one of the best around. I mean, look at this, flowers lining the track. We got the big flag back there. This place is gorgeous. And they impress more and more every year, so thank you to them. The other person who, go ahead. The other person who needs a huge thank you for the last 2 years is Mark Mcgeehan. And this is the time he chooses to be shy. So, you know, Mark, all the planning that goes into this graduation is all in his doing. We just play a bit part in all of it. We, you know, the graduates and the Val, the Sal, and the president, myself, we get the kind of the stage, but he's the one who gets the stage ready and prepped. From last year to this year, with all the hard work that he put into, I know last year and this year, we started on like the beginning of April going, what's graduation going to look like this year? What's it, you know, what are we going to do? And it changed every day from week to week and everything. And it was Mark that came up with the idea for the 2020 graduation of let's roll out the red carpet for the parade and give out the diplomas. And that was a big hit. But it is great to be back here right now for a traditional graduation. So, and could you ask for a better day for this to be back? Four students I'd like to recognize, so when I call your names, could you please stand? Robert Hausdorff, Robert Lear, Janan Perry, and Matthew Slowinski. Robert will be going into the Coast Guard, Robert Hausdorff, Robert Lear into the Marines, Janan into the Army, and Matthew into the Air Force. Thank you, gentlemen, for your upcoming service. Sorry, Navy, you didn't get a great Vike this year. So Corinne already gave it away, my little secret about how I feel about this class. And this year I was looking forward to immensely coming back, because I really thought, let's get back into school and have the seniors. This is a really good class. I know it's going to be a great year. And COVID still continued to take over. With all of that, I still love you guys. I'm very proud of all your accomplishments, but let's get into this. I don't know if any of you graduates have ever seen a road map. And quite honestly, I went looking for one around my house and I was going to open it up, but I couldn't find one. So I'm sorry for the mess I made at home. Sorry, honey. I couldn't find a map anywhere. I love Waze. I love Google Maps. I wish I would have invested in Waze, because I started when it first came out. If I did that, I probably wouldn't be standing here today, because I'd be on a yacht somewhere, because it took over. But I love those things. But there is nothing like I used to love taking out a road map and mapping out my destination, and whatever came of it, come what may, it always made things more memorable. There was no road map for any of you when it came to this year. There wasn't a road map for you as the students, for us as parents and teachers and friends and family. There was no road map of how we were going to do this education thing. You know, when you have that map, you'd look at it. Really, the trick was closing the map when you got done with it. You would talk to people about the destination and try to get their input of what was the best route to take to go there. And once you were on the road, there was a little more of an adventure to it. You don't have your phone or your car telling you that you were going somewhere there was traffic ahead, or recalculating, or if you missed a turn, or warnings about obstacles that you might run into. And yes, those warnings are great, and they save you time and probably tickets and everything else, which is fantastic. But the stories from the road, when you had the road map, were more memorable. Because I don't know how many of you have taken a trip below Washington, D.C., but I've done that circle a couple of times on that road trip because when I kept missing the exit on the way to Daytona with my buddies. Or you get stuck on some backcountry road somewhere and it's about dusk and you're waiting for Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger or Mike Myers to come out of somewhere. But it just made things memorable. And there's still stories that, we talk about when we meet with our friends and stuff today. None of you had that roadmap. Sure, we could give you advice based on experiences of how to handle the adversities and the disappointments of what it would be this year, but we didn't have firsthand experience in it. You were at ground zero as the students. Your teachers were at ground zero with it as the educators in this. I could only suggest things to teachers or you on how to study, how to learn virtually, how to teach virtually, or anything else. But again, you guys were successful. You did it. It was so hard to navigate all this. Hey, it was hard enough to find toilet paper and Lysol, let alone do education. Holy moly. I knew things were starting to look up, though, when my wife and I went to Lowe's in the early spring and there were pallets of Lysol, and I'm like, oh, like, holy moly, Lysol. I was so happy. But with all of this, there was a quote that a student gave through this program that my son's involved with at his college, and I thought it was a great way really to solve up this year. She said the best way through a problem is to go through, to get through it. And you did that. You had to handle the obstacles and recalculate, just as we all did. And now, here you are at the destination that others have achieved over the past 46 years at Voorhees High School. Just like the old school map, you should take these experiences and that hopefully will make it more memorable than the ones of the 46 others that came before you here. You and your teachers have handled this moment in time unbelievably well, and the lesson learned will be useful in handling the times ahead. Life has its ups and downs. It's like being in the water at the beach. Sometimes the waves are a ton of fun. Sometimes they're nice and calm and peaceful and relaxing. But every once in a while, a wave comes along that knocks you down or takes your breath away. It is those rough times that allow you to enjoy the fun and the peaceful times more fully. Without the waves, the beach becomes dull and stale. I know for me, right now, going out and seeing friends and food, travel, and do I dare to say work, all feels better. And for me, I hope you can agree that this graduation right here, right now, feels absolutely fantastic. So I hope you can look back at your time at Voorhees and say that you have good, fond memories of this place, despite the COVID. And here's a stat that'll just show you how good the class of 2021 is. Mr. Mcgeehan told me this yesterday, blew my mind. 145 59%, yes, 59% of this group that sits before you is graduating with either honors or high honors. Congratulations to all of you. I would wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors. But just as Christian kind of said, I know you guys are going to accomplish great things. So congratulations. Mr. Bender, members of the Board of Education, I hereby certify that the members of the Voorhees High School class of 2021 have met the graduation requirements set forth by the state of New Jersey and the North Hunterdon Voorhees Regional High School Board of Education. Let's hand out those diplomas.
All right, come get comfortable.
Oh no. Whose is it? Get it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. You did such a great job during the senior high honors announcements. So we're going to ask you to do that again. There will only be about a 2 to 3 second period between the reading of each graduate's name. So we're not telling you not to hold your applause, but keep it short and under control. You all did a great job before, so we'll do it again. And you can be as loud as you want at the end when we present the whole class. Kelly Curtis Abadonzo. Andrew James Ader. Walter Daniel Ader. Arnold A. Almendrez II. Catherine Grace Amendola. Elena Anderson. Bradley Michael Anhorn. Holly Grace Anthony. Christian Michael Aponte. Emelina Asenzo.
Cameron John Ashton. Eric Richard Axelson. Casey Jane Ayotte. Dylan Baker. Kira Balletta. Jacqueline Suzanne Bossamello. Bryson Bauer. Jordan Barry Beaumont.
Daisy Nicole Birnbaum. Chloe Barat. Liam Joseph Boyle. Courtney Veronica Bresler. Tony Ann Ida Brezina. Amanda Nicole Brockman. Christina Hallie Buhager. Noah Jake Bunger Spiaka. John William Cahill IV. Michael Casaguano.
Emma Kate Callanan. Grace Rose Kangemi. Silvana Corrales Cantelmi. Wade Henry Carlson. Tyler Cashman. Zoe Jean Cassavel. Austin Spencer Celentano. Christopher Chacon. Leonard Armando Chavez.
Cadence Klukas. Caitlin Marie Columbus. Livia Rebecca Connell. Owen Cooley. Samantha Rose Cox. Jenna Elizabeth Crampton. Cameron James Krogan. Elizabeth Margaret Curtin.
Emily Cherf. Nicholas John D'Alessio. Madison Abigail Davis. Tiago Enrique D. Oliveira. Ariel Peyton de Torres. Isabel Rose DeVita. Paul Otto Devlin. Anthony James Devlin.
Megan Mary D. Giovanni. Gabriel DeMeo. Samuel Dispensa. Ryan D'Onofrio. Alexander Dos Santos. Matthew Michael Downey. Ava Rose Dressendorfer. Emily Adair Dunn. Alexa Lee Epstein. Zoe Brielle Fleischer.
Sean Harold Ford. Joseph Shen Formica. Delaney Fosland. Annalise Marie Furka. Noelle Marie Gabrish. Kyle Gillard. Brian Glass. Matthew Forrest Glaudel.
Nicole Alexis Glenos. Bryn Lee Mackenzie Goldberg. Aiden Patrick Governale. Quinn Michael Greco. Kason Groth. Vijo Michael Guerrero. Kyle Hammermuller. Olivia Rose Hankinson. Sean Michael Hayes. Adam Joseph Hine.
Isabel Anna Hepburn. Jessica Marie Herndon. Nicholas Holinka. Elise Christine Hoffbeck. Grace Dorothy Hogan. Owen Honeycutt. Robert G. Hausdorff III. Lydia Grace Hyde. Laura Valentina Imbahoa.
Catherine Lydia Jackson. Zoe Jade Jaffrey. Caleb Christopher Jennings. Kyle Drakovich. Jack Francis Jaskulski. Madison Claire Jones. Nick Antonio Jordan. Chad Joyce. Elizabeth Diana Kaminsky.
Lily Anna Castellanos. Max G. Klump. Jason Anthony Krejcirek. Caitlin Lincoln. Robert Harry Lear II. Dylan Achilles Legra. Sarah Levy. Zoe May Lincoln.
Ian Kenneth Love. Tessa Catherine Mataloni. Justin Mahon. Joseph Gerardo Malanga. Jasmine Amber Mall.
Birdie Diane Manahan. Emmanuel Jose Marquez. Matthew John Martino. Audrey Ryman Maxwell. Ava Grace McDougall. Emma McGill. Cole Daniel McGordy. Jenna Lynn McIntyre. Catherine Marie McLean. Grace Johanna Madia.
Lucy Brenda Meekings. David Ronald Mail. Kayla Victoria Maestral. James Salvatore Mamoli. Tyler Robert Menton. Kevin Edward Menzie. Shane Patrick Menzie. Thomas Michael Menzie. Brittany Ann Meyer. Lillian Mikulski.
Drew Thomas Merdala. Madison Jean Moreland. Francesca Yuling Morella. Sarah Mott. Madeline Rose Mulrooney. Miles Patrick Murphy II. Marshall Luke Musher Blazo. Gray Philip Newman. Myra Nyang.
William O'Brien.
Ryan Kirk O'Connor. Nolan O'Hara. Nicholas Ryan Oliver. Esme Olson. Anderson Shator Olson. Ellie Elizabeth O'Neill. Ricardo Otero Jr. Addison Taylor Pajunas.
Shivel S. Panchel. Caitlin Spencer Parker. Emily Paulus. Alba Marie Paz Sanchez. Andre Peixoto. Jose Peixoto. Jainan Taman Perry. William Thomas Peterson. Catherine Marie Pettigrove. Curtis Pfingst.
Michael Francis Joseph Piscopo. Daniel Dylan Pomerantz. Dalton Douglas Priest. Rafael Estalin Proano. Keensha Pustai. Alexandra Jade Ramos. Sarah Rasmussen. Haley Grace Reeve. Catherine Frances Reinhardt. Anna Jane Roddy.
Tess Allison Rodenberger. Ava Jean Rogers. Evan Estevez Rodriguez. Lexi Russinello. Nicholas Adam Sachs. Daniela Ines Sarubi. Jacob Christian Sawyer. Nicholas James Scheidemann Clark.
Grace Marie Scavo. Ella Marie Sebastiano. Owen Patrick Sharkey. Abby Elizabeth Shivers. Robert Thomas Sigler. Thomas Skillman. Maya Juno Slumchevsky. Matthew Slawinski. Fallon Smotty. Megan Ashley Smith.
Sophia Solwalter. Caitlin Ann Salimo. Maddie Ann Spaeth. James Ibn Span Jr. Joseph David Spidell. Harry Patrick Sperduto. Anna Squindo. Mark Squindo. Alan James Stavitsky.
Stefan D. Stojanowski. Cassandra Hope Stoddard. Elizabeth Mary Strange. Layla Francis Summerfield. Owen Francis Tabor. Devin William Tagg. Tylen Tonsu. Chase Totoris. Katie Michelle Taylor.
Jordan Lynn Toombs. Kaylee Rose Torkelson. Jadir Torres. Grace Mina Trumpy. Emma Elizabeth Tyers. Lila Grace Vasquez. Dominic Venito. Kira Vitali. Megan Taylor Volk.
Mackenzie Elizabeth Vreeland. Kristen Catherine Wagner. Shannon Marjorie Warren. Emma Claire Wazaleski. Emmanuel L. Weiss. Andrew Victor Wentworth. Emily Ann Westcott. Josie Rebecca Whitmore. Julia Wilhelms. Hannah Rose Wilsey.
Lily Grace Worcester. Roland Jack Worst. Summer Yurchinsky. Perry Zumis. The salutatorian for the class of 2021, Christian Luke Palmisano. The valedictorian for the class of 2021, Caitlin Lowe. The class president for the class of 2021, Corinne Allison Van Weeren. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the Voorhees High School graduated class of 2021. That's it. Good to go.
Hour 17 minutes. Oh, beautiful.
Congratulations. Great job, guys.
All right. Now I got to find out who was texting me the entire time I was giving my speech. My wrist is just vibrating and vibrating. I'm trying to focus.
I was very fearful that I saw all my stuff on my desk. Okay. Like, I'm not going to want to get
Thank you. Perfect.
I'll walk out with you.
Okay.
You going through the office?